Yo, welcome back everybody to the StankCast. Today I'm joined by two members of the crew, Karis and Craig.
Happening.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? Tonight I'm not as happy as I used to be, or I normally am, sorry.
How come?
Well, I've just sat and watched Man United get beat 7-0 by Liverpool at Anfield.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
7-0.
Yeah, I'm surprised the shed's still standing.
I didn't realise that. I knew they got beat, but I didn't actually
Yeah,
know the
that's-
score. That's mad.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, it was really disappointing to watch, to be honest. It was a hard watch.
Oh,
We
rough.
played really well for like 45 minutes, and then let's say we played really well. We still went into halftime 1-0 down, but we
Mhm.
played pretty well, and I was really confident in the second half we were going to come out and win the game 3-1. And
I take it everyone's heads were just down.
just as soon as the second goal went in, as soon as the second half kicked off, and they just lost their heads, man. The
Mm.
whole team just lost their heads. They started lashing out at people. It was mad. It was just mad.
Six goals in the second half. Is
Oh,
mad.
that's-
Yeah. It was
that's
nuts.
bad.
And then they even brought on Firmino, who's leaving the club, and he scored in the last minute, and it just rubbed salt in the wind, man. It was just
What was
and
it for? Like,
Nah, it was just in the Premier League, but
Oh.
we're chasing the title. Well, we were, not anymore. But we were going for 4. Like we just won the cup, the cup. We were still in the FA Cup. We're going the Europa League, and then the Premier League. But now the Premier League's kind of out of the way because we just lost to Liverpool.
where's Liverpool? Like,
Well, they're sitting now. They're like 5th.
where are
They're
you?
chasing 4th. We're 3rd, but we're like 10. I want to say 12 points off Arsenal with 1 game in hand.
Oh
Who
god.
are top of the league?
Yeah.
I think that's about right. Maybe 10 or 11.
So no chance of
Could you get
catching up.
second? No.
Man City are 2 points behind Arsenal.
Oh.
No, 5 points behind Arsenal.
Oh, so still no.
No, not really. Like we're 9 points behind City and then 14 points behind Arsenal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's bad.
Third's all right.
Yeah.
Bronze looks nice. It's a good colour.
Shut up. Got a game in hand though, so 52. We're still in the making. 11 points. If we win that game in hand, we're 11 points behind, and there's still 12 games left in the season.
Oh, I thought you said there was only one game left.
No, 12 games left.
Oh, you
Yeah.
be alright then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
Hopefully.
just pissed. I
Bet
hate
you
Liverpool,
lose.
man. And the work groups chat was going mad as well. Like, not even from the Liverpool. My head chef's a Liverpool fan, right? He didn't say a word. All the chat came from the sous chef and the KP who supports Brighton. And nobody gives a toss about Brighton. And I'm saying, like, I've not got nothing to throw back at him because there's no memes of Brighton because nobody cares about Brighton.
Is Brighton
Poor
even in
guy.
the?
Yeah, they're in the
Actually,
Premier League,
oh.
so you don't even know.
Nah.
You don't even know
Yeah.
they're in the Prem. Nobody cares, man. Scott, no one cares.
Oh, Brighton.
Yeah.
I've been to Brighton, but
But he was giving me stick, man. You've been to Brighton.
Peanut bright.
You know it's the gay
Yeah,
capital
I've
of Britain.
I
know
did
what,
actually.
that makes sense. You've been there.
Yeah. But oh,
I'm
playing-
playing,
we went
Cleaned
to-
I'm
into
playing
that one,
hardball
didn't you?
today.
yeah, I knew that was coming, but
Someone woke up in a grumpy mood.
we went.
I've
for
just
a,
seen my team
we
lose
went-
7-0.
Yeah, I know.
we went
Sorry.
for a comp. It was the Brighton Open.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ha! Brighton's open,
Yeah,
actually.
ah.
Karis, have you been to Brighton?
No. Nah, I haven't.
Oh, I don't.
Not
Nah,
the case.
I'm not
then.
gonna.
Apparently, there's a lot. Everyone and their dog comes from Brighton. Scotty tells me that the KP tells me all these famous people come from Brighton. And if you ask me who now, I'm not going to be able to tell you because I can't remember. But if I had him here, he would rattle off so many names that came from Brighton.
Let's go to good old Google.
I don't know what famous people are from Brighton.
Let's see.
Yeah. This could be
What
quite fun.
famous.
There's a famous person from here. Who is
What?
that?
From Arbroath?
Who am I thinking of? Why have I just thought about that?
There's a guy that was on.
No, Henry Ford. He's Scottish. That was the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, made the
Fat Boy
Fords.
Slim.
is-
Fords.
Fatboy Slim's from Brighton.
Yeah.
Is he actually?
Yeah, Fatboy Slim is from Brighton.
Well, that's lots of people.
RJ.
Hardy.
Yeah, sorry, RD.
Kate
My bad.
Blanchett.
Hardy.
Connor Maynard.
I thought he was American.
Is an English singer born and raised in Brighton.
Oh, mad. I thought he was American.
Damn.
Damn.
I didn't know that.
Who else? Because this isn't really that fancy
No,
a
it's
list
not.
at this point.
It's not, but I just typed in famous singers from Brighton and I think it might be like rappers.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
put
like,
famous people from
I
Brighton.
did, but it didn't.
Yeah, there's that actress,
Who?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett.
Anyway, nobody cares, right? The
bullshit.
point is, nobody cares about Brighton. Scott, shut up, right? We got beat 7-0, but we're still sitting third.
Scotty's just severely butthurt right now. He doesn't mean any of this.
Oh well. Do you
I'm
get a
just
chance to play
disappointed.
Brighton?
Oh, Holly.
I believe so, yeah, we play Brighton again.
Have you played them before?
Yeah,
How did it go?
annoyingly, they beat us at the start of the season. Why are you laughing? I'm not laughing.
You're shit.
Oh, Brighton's
Your
terrible.
team's terrible.
I hope we both get beaten in the next match.
Yeah, it's fucking unlikely to.
Yeah, you will be if you don't keep working out.
Well, yeah, I do.
You at the gym today?
What day is it today?
Sunday.
Absolutely not. Yeah, Sunday's my day of rest. It's
As it
the
should be.
Lord's Day. I'm there every other day.
As it should be, yeah. It's a long night after the UFC as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
was.
tired from
I
that.
actually got to, wasn't it like 6:30?
Yeah, we got home
It was
at
like
half
6:30.
six.
I got home. That was rough.
Yeah, I got to bed about 6:30 as well, yeah.
It was
It
good
almost
though.
feels like a hangover waking up. Like you wake up
Mhm.
feeling proper rough.
I mean, I got a good 6 hours after, like, I didn't wake up till like 12:30 or something, so.
That was the same as me.
I was
Half-
on
half
and
12,
off.
I got up. Well, I woke up at 10:15 and then fell asleep again.
Mm.
Got up at 12:30.
The fights were so good though.
Yeah, there was a good card.
Oh,
There
it
was
was,
a good card.
it was a stacked card.
Yeah. I can't believe that, the Irish guy,
Gary.
Gary was, Ian?
Ian
Yeah.
Gary.
Ian Gary, that's the one. I can't believe he was on the early prelims.
Mm-hmm.
The last fight of
But
the
a
early
few good
prelims.
people were on there.
Yeah.
Because
And
that
it
was a
just
scrap
Such, it was
as
just
well.
such a full
Mhm.
main card. Like Cody Garbrandt was in the prelims, eh?
Yeah.
He was the last fight in the prelims.
His reaction timing and just timing in general is flawless. Cody Garbrandt's.
Yeah.
I underrate him
He's
every time, I think.
stupidly
Every time he
quick.
goes into a fight, I underrate him.
He fought so well last time. He just last night.
He's
He
just
he was
cocky.
just too conservative. I think like he knew he needed to win that one, so he didn't
did
like
win, did
really
he not?
go. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
his fighting was really good, but he didn't. He did like just enough. I think
Mm.
you know what I mean. Like he wasn't over striking in case he got caught himself.
Yeah,
so-
okay.
But he was just landing what he needed to, so it
Mhm.
wasn't that exciting. But it was what he needed to, I guess. To
And
keep
what rank
himself-
was the guy he was fighting?
I don't know. I think he
Couldn't
was
tell you.
unranked, to be honest.
Or was he?
Yeah, I think he was unranked.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what people were joking about. They were like celebrating and emoting, like, because you can only just beat an unranked fighter. Like, that's not really that great.
Yeah,
Like,
He is old now. He's been in there for a while.
And he was really good when he was at his peak.
Mm.
He just kind of, I feel like just he got KO'd a few times, and that does something to some people. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to come back from being absolutely plastered like that, especially when it happens a few times in a row. So
Yeah, it did
Mm.
as well.
yeah, it was like 3 or 4 of them in a row or
Mhm.
something. I think
Yeah.
it was like 4 KOs. Like, that'll do something to you.
Yeah, I'll not get confidence for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he needs to take 3 years off, like the Bones.
Well, yeah, no.
He didn't get
Johnny-
knocked out though.
Burns. No, he did some real work. Is what he did. That was mad.
Yeah.
He did
he
look
came
like.
in-
It's interesting what he said after the fight, because after the fight he said, "I wasn't too confident in my striking," something along those lines. That he wasn't confident in his striking,
Yeah.
but as soon as he got his hands on him, he felt fine.
Yeah, he
And-
did say he was, that's why I was
Mhm.
glad to get it to the ground,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
and he looked. You could see that from the first minute. You could see he wasn't too sure on the feet, and he
Mhm.
looked like he was
Yeah.
carrying a lot of extra weight. I
Well,
think he was overweight for what he wanted to be in this fight.
I'm sure he said he'd only sparred like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he did afterwards, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did look like he wasn't comfortable carrying that much extra weight, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I think he said that he wanted to be more in shape for his
Yeah.
fight against Stipe, which you
Um,
can understand.
I'm
Yeah.
intrigued, like I say, because he was
Because
doing,
also Stipe is a better wrestler.
yeah, he was doing all that, like the water stuff,
Mhm.
like the working out in water and stuff like that. So I think people are thinking he's maybe like
Injured.
injured or like his knees are a bit dodgy or something like
But
that,
then-
and that's why he's not been sparring and he's not been doing that and things like that. So
I think he's
maybe
just in it for these
I think
two
it's
fights.
come back for the legacy.
Yeah.
Come back, beat him, beat Stipe, because
And
Stipe
then
is the best
retire.
heavyweight of all time. So if he comes in, beats, like wins the title, and then beats Stipe, then he'll retire
Yeah.
as like the greatest of all time, like the undoubtedly
Mhm.
greatest of all time. And I think that's what he's going for. And I do think he's maybe
Could
because he's
retire
been
and after
out for a
Stipe.
while. Yeah, because he's been out for a while and he's aging a bit. I think.
You don't think there's any chance of that Ngannou fight?
Nah,
Nah.
not hoping
Nah.
it.
I don't think Ngannou will come back to UFC.
And Gano will do like bare knuckle boxing or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do, and he'll absolutely rip people with like no
Yeah.
gloves on.
I just don't know who's going to pay Ngannou that much money.
Bare knuckle, well, they've got loads of big people now.
Are they?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
pay. I think they pay a lot of money now,
Yeah.
Okay.
just because so many people watch the bare knuckle now because they've got all like they've got loads of like old UFC fighters on and stuff like that, and it's actually been pretty good. Like the fights are mad. Or someone like PFL. I
Yeah.
think PFL will
Premier Fight League,
PFL would potentially take him. I think.
Mm-hmm. They sign fighters for like 1 or 2 fight deals as well, so it's quite lucrative.
Yeah, and they
for
pay them
Mhm.
good. Yeah,
Mhm.
they pay you highly, and you've got the option, like say, just to do a couple fights, and then you can do what you want,
Yeah.
which is really good.
No, but Jones was impressive last night, in his wrestling, but
Yeah, he made
for me,
Cyril
that
Gane
was
look
it.
terrible,
Yeah.
in the wrestling, yeah.
and that's hard.
And,
Cyril
But
Gane's
then
really
it
good.
looked like Cyril Gane had nothing. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't even defend half of the stuff.
I think, yeah.
Like, he
do you
didn't
know
even
what?
defend the guillotine.
Mm.
See, if you watch everything that was going on, like Jones is like, he's just that good. Like you see, like because I watched somebody doing like a breakdown of like the whole sequence from the takedown to the finish, and it's like every single bit and every single thing he's doing is like has a purpose. Like nothing's just
Mhm.
out. Like no hands at any point in time.
Not doing something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? Like both his hands were always doing something. Both of his feet were always doing something. He was working like. It looks like he just thingied them down, but I think it's like the technicality of how he works and like
He dragged him down.
yeah,
it
he
looked
just
like.
he just
Yeah.
he just did everything right, and I think yeah, he just pure drowned Cyril. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right. My call was wrong. Cyril's wrestling was nowhere near as what it should be.
Mm.
To be fair, to be the number 1 ranked
Yeah.
heavyweight, I don't think his wrestling's anywhere there.
Like I say, I don't think he has.
I don't
taken
think any of the
belts.
heavyweights wrestle.
I can't even just having a brain fart to think of who all the heavyweights are just
Tate,
now.
Vasa.
You do have some because what's his name? I can't even remember his name, but he's literally a wrestler. But I don't think he maybe lost his last fight. What's his name? Nah, I can't remember. You'd need to come back to me on that one. I can't remember his name, but he's he's actually a really good wrestler, but he's like lost a couple recently, so I don't think him getting near Jones is likely.
Well,
And I think like Jones is different. It's not
Got-
just that Jones is a good wrestler. Like see, out wrestled DC and that.
you've got Tom Aspinall actually.
Tom and Aspinall's a really, really good all round. I'd
Yeah.
like him to be the heavyweight champion for sure.
He probably will be after
I think so.
Jones.
I think it'll end up being him and Cyril Gane for the title at some point. Like Jones will fight Stipe, he'll win, he'll retire. Maybe Cyril Gane will have to win a couple fights. Tom Aspinall will win a couple when he comes back, and then Aspinall versus Cyril Gane for the title. That would be a slamming fight. That'd be so good.
Yeah, that would be interesting because
So
right now Aspinall's injured, isn't he?
yeah, he
Mhm.
destroyed his leg in that last
Yeah.
fight.
Instantly as well, and that was like back-to-back main events. Did that,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yes,
yeah, that was
yeah.
that one.
It was rough.
Was
Yeah.
that the one that, like, he's... Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else. He's, like, shin pretty much snapped in half.
Yeah, no, I don't think he broke, but I think he
No.
did throw a kick. I don't think it like broke like when it like pure changes direction, but he broke something and
Yeah.
he just ended up. I think he fell and he just had to give.
Yeah, 'cause he kind of fell back on it, didn't he?
Yeah, that was against Curtis Blades, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he just
That's
hit
the
him, like-
wrestler.
Curtis Blades.
Yes, Curtis Blades.
Oh, he's ranked number 2.
Wait. No, it's not.
No, Curtis Blades isn't a wrestler. Well, yeah, he does have alright wrestling, to be fair, Curtis
No,
Blades.
maybe it is. It's either. There's two of them that I get mixed up, and it's Curtis Blades and another one. And one of
Not
them's
Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is the... Come on now. But then, yeah, Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's alright. He beat Taito Vasa and Derek Lewis recently. But I don't see much else for Jones in there. Like, does he go for Kurt? Like I said, he's just going for Miocic and then that's
Isn't
it.
it? All the rest of them are just an unquestionable fight. Like, a good one would be to, if he beats Miocic, Aspinall beats his next guy, then Jones Aspinall. Like, that's a fight that I think would actually be.
What, do you think Aspinall runs it back with Curtis Blades after this? When she's back?
Either runs it back with Curtis Blades or just gets someone else that's in that
Or
top.
Cyril
'cause Curtis,
Gane.
you said Curtis Blades was number 2, eh?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. In that case, I think run it back with Curtis Blades, and then if he wins that and Jones beats Miocic, then give Tom Aspinall a shot at John Jones, let them fight. But it's not going to happen. He'll
No.
retire after Miocic.
Yeah.
And then Jones, and then
But I think, but of all the heavyweights, Tom Aspinall's probably the one that would be the biggest
I mean, what Aspinall
challenge
fights
for
for the
John Jones.
Yeah, but if John Jones retires, then Aspinall probably fights Gane for the vacant.
I don't know.
heavyweight.
Gane would probably have to win another one, I think.
Yeah,
maybe.
but in that time, he'll probably will fight him again.
I don't know
No
who
doubt
else.
he'll fight Sergey Pavlovich.
Probably something like that. I don't know.
Who's
But it would
ranked
be
third?
good. I just say it would be good to see Aspinall there, and him and versus Gan would be a good fight. The style
Yeah.
of that would be
Mhm.
unreal.
Yeah, that would be a really good fight.
Mhm.
Gan versus
They're both
Aspinall.
so technical on the feet. It would
Yeah,
be really
that's a
good.
nice fight. I like that. Aspinall's a big prospect coming out of Britain.
Yeah, he's a big
Coming
dude.
England.
He's
Yeah,
a
he
big
is, man.
dude as well. He's
Big
really
lump.
good. He's
Mhm.
like Gan. He's like Gan in the way that he's like a really technical, quick striker for being a heavyweight. Like
Yeah.
his movement's really quick for how big he is.
I would say he's better than Gan, to be fair.
I think he is. I think he
Yeah.
is. Like I say, I think
Seems
technically
faster,
he is the best heavyweight there just now.
Mm.
Like I say, aside from John Jones, but
And injury.
yeah, like when he's fully healthy, I think he's aside from John Jones the best heavyweight in the division.
Yeah. I enjoyed the UFC last night. It was good.
Mhm.
I had that Misfits card before. It was a bit. No, actually, it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the tag
you
team
know
one
what?
was
I was about to
hilarious.
say
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
about
That
to
was
say
so
it was
funny.
lackluster, but it really wasn't.
Nah,
It really wasn't. That tag team boxing thing, that was amazing.
sick.
That was so
that was
funny.
so
It was
entertaining.
hilarious.
So
They
entertaining.
need to do that more often.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. If you've not seen it, go and watch the Misfits highlights on YouTube of the tag team boxing. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, having
it
the
was
option
so
for a
funny.
fresh guy every
Yeah, I
minute or so
know.
just makes it a total
What was-
war, man. That was
What
unreal.
made it so amazing, they couldn't box really. Like,
Nah,
Two of
really,
them
good
really
boxing
couldn't
at all.
box. but like, yeah. But what made it so funny was the sheer panic in the face when he was running back to his
His
partner,
corner,
trying
yeah.
to get the tag, and just getting mauled in the
Yep.
face.
You're trying to tag his hand, getting punched in the side of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, his opponent threw a punch, hit him. As he hit him, his teammate had his hand out for the tag in, and he punched him again with his hand out. It was hilarious.
That's
Oh,
so
Talk
good.
about
that was
top
great.
tier entertainment.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
watch that again.
yeah.
That's what it is.
same.
It's not good boxing, but it's solid entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
one
it's
of them on
funny.
every card, and I'm happy,
Yeah.
man. That's because we'll all be sitting here waiting middle of the card for that fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
I would
tag
watch
team
that.
fight.
100%.
Honestly, in an event like that, for a tag team thing like that, debatably the worse the boxer they are, the better that's going to be.
Yeah,
Like,
They
yeah,
should
yeah.
get
4 people that can't fucking fight.
It should be
So
4 people's debuts. That's
Yeah.
what it should be. Just get 4 debutees. That's your first fight in a
Whichever
wrestler's
team
boxing.
wins gets to be in the
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
to fight again on their own.
They get to fight each other in the next
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, they should get like Elle Brooke. What was her name? Astrid. And what was the other?
I can't. AJ Brooke, and Faith Ordaway.
Yeah, they should get all them and get a tag team on the go for that. That would be hilarious.
I don't even know who would fight. That would probably be Faith and Astrid versus AJ and L.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that's the only way it would be
because
fair.
who's the worst one? Probably AJ.
Yeah,
You'd put her with L then, because L's a
Mhm.
pure tank.
yeah. That's the way it'd only be
like
fair.
Brock Lesnar. Like,
Yeah. And Faith, the only one that hasn't fought L is Astrid. The
And
other
she
two have
wasn't
fought L.
interested in
No,
fighting her yesterday, was she?
but she might be interested in a tag team.
Yeah.
She seems interested in other tag teams. If you know, now you know.
I'm trying to think who you could like match up with to do like a co-main event of it with like a male one as well. Like who would be the funniest like male one to put together for
You'd
a
Salt Pappy in one
4-man?
of them.
Nah, Salt Papa would dominate. That's not even
Yeah.
fair.
What about I saw KSI and Logan Paul teasing they were going to do a tag team.
That would be good. But it would need to be like
Who did they
equal.
face though?
Salt Papa and Slim.
Yeah.
Well, Salt Pappy and Face Sensei was the shout before.
And Face Sensei. Oh yeah, that would be. I would honestly, I think, that would be a good one. That would be really good because I'd be
But you're
pumped
right.
for Salt
Yeah.
Pappy to
Salt
win that,
Pappy
like,
and Slim would also
Yeah.
be a very good tag
Mhm,
team.
Yeah.
And they like each other. They're friends.
Yeah.
and that would be
That's a
hard.
good shout.
And that would be
Mhm.
hard for Logan and Jake, Logan and KSI as well.
Yeah.
Because like they can.
Yeah,
both
I don't know
box.
who goes for who there. I think JJ goes for Salt.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
Logan
Because
goes
JJ's
for,
the better boxer, and I think Salt Pappy's the better boxer.
Yeah.
And then Logan would hope his size would just outdo Slim.
which I believe it probably
Yeah,
would.
probably would. Yeah,
That would be
I don't know though,
carnage.
because Slim's some puncher.
it would
but
have
you
to
can
be Surviving Slim. That would be
Mhm.
that would be the name
Slim-
of the title
seen-
of that fight.
We've
Surviving
seen
Slim.
Slim hasn't been able to
Not
put down
Surviving
boys that are heavier than him though. He's not able like the people he's put down have always been like the same weight as him, a little bit less. But when he gets to the boy, he was fighting in the weight class above himself in the Misfits,
Mhm.
and he wasn't able to put Ryan Taylor away. He wasn't able to put that other boy away. What's his name? Tom something. He wasn't able to put him away either. The only guy he put away was Phase Temper.
I'm sorry, but Salt Pappy by overhand left. That's how it would go.
Mm.
He's KOing somebody, either one of the
Probably
two of them.
JJ.
Yeah, probably. He'd get over swingy, and he'd throw a big long one. And he'd get
Logan
counter
would be. He wouldn't catch Logan because Logan would be way too defensive with that.
Mm-hmm.
With that left hand out.
Nah, do you know what? Because
He would be
if
moving,
he
he
done
wouldn't-
like what he did with Floyd Mayweather, he like came rushing in and Salt Pappy would on a step
Yeah,
off.
but I
and
don't think
crumble him.
he would be doing that because he wouldn't be going in to kill Salt Pappy. You know what I mean? I think with Floyd, it was like he's here to take this is my moment.
Mhm.
With Salt Pappy, it's like he's a little bit dangerous here. Salt
Mhm.
Pappy, like
Yeah.
he can spark people out.
Yeah. If he gets knocked
Floyd's
out by
not
Mayweather,
knocking
that's
Logan
not a
out.
big deal though either. Like if you get knocked out by Mayweather, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If you got knocked out by Salt Pappy, that's a big deal
Big
for
deal.
him.
A
Yeah,
lot
it makes
more.
him look silly.
So I don't think he does that. He stays at range. He doesn't get. Look what he did with JJ.
Mhm.
After he got one punch with JJ, he didn't want none of it.
Fuck yeah. Well, still Salt Pappy by murder.
The only one stupid enough to go in and get that clap is JJ.
Mhm.
That's it.
And he would. I genuinely think he would. Like he's too. Like he doesn't pay enough attention to making sure his guard's there. Like he
Yeah.
leaves himself quite like his head out there when he's doing stuff.
hasn't
And I
fought
think
anyone-
Salt Pappy would just.
He hasn't fought anyone really good enough to hurt him.
Nah, the professional boxer was fucking
Pineda.
Pineda. Yeah, exactly. Like,
And
That
he's
was
going to be fighting Joe
hilarious.
Fournier next.
he's an actual professional boxer.
Yeah, he's
isn't
got. He had the title.
he? What?
Yeah, he had the professional boxing title.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old's he?
Let me have a look. I'm gonna like. This sounds more.
Is he genuinely fighting KSI?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna go well for him.
Well, just let me read out his professional boxing record and that for you.
Steve, yes, he was a world title holder
So he only had 10
35 years
fights.
ago.
He only had 10 fights.
Oh,
He won all 9. Won all 9 by knockout. He
Wait.
won no contest.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't win. Yeah, he won 9. And lost 1 by no contest.
okay. How old's
But-
he?
How old is he?
Mm-hmm.
40.
Who? Pineda?
No, the guy that
No, the
KSI's
guy who's
fighting.
waiting
That's
now.
what
right
I
now.
say. Yeah.
He's 40. And he's
Was he not ripping into Jake Paul for fighting
a
old
40
people?
something.
And
But he didn't want
40-year-olds?
to. Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
He's doing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose it is a professional boxer.
Yeah, but you're right.
I don't know if he's going to be able to handle a professional boxer. I'm not going to lie.
I just want to see what title he won because it doesn't actually tell me here. Oh wait, he held the WBA International Light Heavyweight title in 2017.
That's mad that he managed to do that with only 9 wins.
Yep.
Mhm.
I thought he would have like people have got like like what, like 30, 40 of them in a hand now before they're
Yeah,
done.
I don't know how he got into that position. Oh, it was a vacant International Light Heavyweight belt,
What year?
2017. So only
Yeah.
5 years,
Yeah, no, not
6
even-
years ago.
Not even that long ago.
He was a champion 6 years ago in boxing. It's definitely more impressive if he beats him than Woodley.
A win over him's more impressive than a win over Woodley, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Woodley's older and an MMA fighter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as impressive as a win over Tommy Fury
No,
would be.
no, not at all.
Mhm.
Because Tommy Fury's a young fighter.
Uh-huh.
He's a young fighter that's still going.
Yeah.
I still think it's... Still don't think I fancy his chances, though.
I think he'll surprise you.
I hope so. I really hope so.
I can't see him losing, to be fair.
How?
Mentality. That's just it.
Yeah.
I just don't see his mentality letting him lose.
Do you not think he's getting a bit, like, overly cocky, though, and he can maybe deal with having a loss? Potentially?
Probably. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think he'll deal with having a loss that
I don't
well.
think he'll take it well as either, no.
No.
But because he's given all this
I mean,
feeling,
you
I
say
am
that-
the nightmare.
You say that, right? He loses all the time. It's just not like that. Not in the box. He doesn't lose in the boxing,
Yeah, but he
he
thinks
loses.
he's really, really good at fighting.
Yeah,
He's only
he does.
kind of good at fighting.
He's YouTube good at fighting,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's YouTube good at fighting.
but he's not trying. Like, I believe the only reason he's doing this Joe Fournier thing is because Jake's got this fighting pro boxer thing, and he's doing. Look, I'm doing the same thing, but I don't think he actually wants to fight pro boxers. I think what he actually wants to do is just do the YouTube thing. You don't think he wants the boxing anymore. He just wants to build up the
Yeah, he
boxing.
just
and
wants to
misfits
run
thing.
it. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
wants to run it all.
Yeah, but he's only coming back to box Jake and put a stamp on it and saying, "Look, I'm the GOAT."
Yeah.
If you look back years ago, Jake never wanted to fight him when they originally wanted to fight.
So what, is he going to fight Fournier and then Jake? Is that the
Yeah, I would
game plan?
imagine so. Yeah,
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Fournier, and then
He
there
should
might be
get-
somebody else in between then Jake, unless they bring the Jake fight forward,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
they
the
should
winner
do.
of that fights Tommy Fury at the end of the year, and then
Yes.
that
Yeah.
that would be the best way to go.
Because
Nobody cares about the Jake rematch with Tommy Fury.
No.
Nah, but because it's in the
Although
clause, I
it's
feel like
different.
Jake might force it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's in a clause, like, it has to happen, so I feel like he might force
But
it.
I think now that, like,
Don't think he
Tommy
wants it
won
again.
that first one, that's it. Like, he'll always be known as the one that beat Jake Paul.
Unless Jake comes
Yeah.
back in a rematch and
Yeah.
knocks him out.
Yeah.
But it's the same as, like, Diaz and McGregor. Like, as much
Yeah,
as McGregor
it's-
came back and beat Diaz, Diaz is always still the guy that beat McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
You
sure.
know
what
what I mean? Like,
like,
regardless of the fact that, all in all, McGregor's beat him more recently, he's the guy that beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that would be what even if he comes back and beats him, he would still be the guy that beat Jake Paul and proved that he wasn't that good, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just proved that he wasn't that good either. It was
Yeah,
a good fight.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
To
good
be honest,
scrap, but it was two novices scrapping. Like,
watching
that's
it
what
back,
people are saying.
actually, I disagree. Watching it back,
Ooh.
I think Tommy Fury, like, really outboxed Jake.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, entirely over
Yeah.
that full fight.
Yeah, he did.
I think he completely outclassed him and
Mhm.
definitely showed the
Right.
difference between YouTube boxing and actual
Yeah, the
boxing.
judging was, well, horrific.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
It was just biased, obviously, towards Jake.
Yeah, I don't think
but-
Tommy was that good, but I think Tommy showed that he was an average boxer and Jake just wasn't on the level.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
But yeah, that's what I'm
he's-
saying.
Jake
Tommy
is the same.
didn't show
Jake's a good
anything-
YouTube boxer too, but not a good
Yeah.
boxer. Yeah.
For
And he might be the
some-
best YouTube boxer.
Yeah. He very well might be, actually. I'd probably haste to agree with that.
Mhm.
For someone that's only been boxing for 3 years, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Like,
he says all this, right? But the people that have been boxing for 10, 15 years, they don't
Yeah.
have the money to pay. Their coaches, right,
yeah,
for the first 10 years weren't highest level coaches.
Mhm.
They were their local coaches,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
teaching them in the trenches, teaching them basic stuff. Jake's had 3 years of premium top level
Yeah.
boxing IQ.
Yeah, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Just him. So
yeah.
he
Not
can stop all this
classes.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I've only been doing it 3 years. You've got
Yeah.
every other advantage. That's your only disadvantage.
Yeah,
and
how
you
much-
chose to
Yeah.
do it.
yeah.
How much have you spent in 3 years?
Yeah,
how
you
much
chose
does
to
it
do
cost you?
Mm-hmm.
So there's not. I don't think that's an argument for him. But I do agree with you're saying. 3 years, he's still doing well for that. But
Yeah.
He's
he has
done
every
well.
other advantage to get him to what he's
Yes.
doing now
Oh yeah,
as well.
100%. Yeah.
He's done well in the sense of bringing attention to it, and he's made himself a lot of money from it, which
Yeah.
is fair
Oh,
play.
don't get me wrong.
Which is
He's the
fair
biggest
play.
thing to happen in boxing,
Yeah,
professional boxing this
Mhm.
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody,
So
people
far.
are stopping caring
AJ?
about boxing.
AJ Franklin
Mm-hmm.
next month. I'm not hearing nothing
No.
about it.
Nah. That's what I
Nothing.
say. People don't care about actual boxing. He's the one that he's the one keeping it relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people care about Tyson Fury and stuff when he has a fight, but then other than that, like,
It's a shame because I love boxing.
you do get some people up here like Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Like Harry, one of the boys from our gym, he actually does care about boxing, fair play, and he does talk about it and watch the fights and stuff. But like in a general sense, like it's just nowhere near what it used to be. People just don't care about it as much as what they used to.
Because it's a lot more corrupt now.
I think things
I
become.
think.
I think things become more of a drama anyway. We're so used to dramatize things on everything
Mhm.
you watch, and
Mhm.
everything's so dramatized. Boxing isn't like that. You don't get to know the fighters. You don't get to see the dramatized lives they have,
Mhm.
why they're fighting. I bet you. Sorry, I bet you if you were to ask all these fighters, there would be heartbreaking, heart wrenching stories
Mhm.
for every
Mhm.
single one of them. But you don't get to see that, and
No.
that's the stuff that makes people follow and be interested in the person. So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And obviously, people don't want to put that out to people, but
No.
I think because things need to evolve as well to keep them relevant, and that's one thing that don't think boxing does.
like,
Like boxing doesn't do anything to evolve and like keep with the times. Like it's still just
Yeah.
the same as it
They're
always
st-
used to
they're
be.
stuck
Like
in
you
their
see
ways.
UFC, they do other things, and like the way grappling does it really well. Like grappling's managed to roll with the times, and it's meaning that it's becoming more into like the mainstream, whereas boxing just aren't
well, it's
doing
because
that.
boxing has these independent.
It's the only it's the only sport I believe that's like run like the thingies are run by the government. Because it's that corrupt, like, well, because it's got that much risk of being that way, so the government actually has to be the ones to run the things. It's the only sport that's like that.
in boxing that nobody's properly promoted. Like, I always go back to Vidal Riley, but Vidal Riley is a professional boxer, but the way he promotes himself on YouTube, like his fans know about him, his daily life, not his daily life, but they know what he does. They see his sparring. He puts out training footage. He puts out videos, interacting with fans, asking them questions on Twitter. All these kind of things, like, it's just a step ahead of the game rather than boxing, because just none of these boxers do it. So they do need to take a leaf out of that book and promote themselves a lot better. And
Social
just put
media,
themselves out there.
social media as well. Like obviously the UFC, like their social media is like constant, like
And
on the go all the
consistent,
time,
yeah.
constantly posting about fighters, what's going on. They've always got stuff going on. They've got other like programs like the Ultimate Fighter and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they've got all this stuff that's keeping it keeping it relevant, if you know what I mean. And boxing just doesn't do that. You know what I mean? Like the fighters themselves have social media, and there is bits there, but you know what I mean. Nothing in comparison, like what the UFC and One Championship and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, to go off your point, they said, look at UFC. Francis Ngannou left, and as soon as Francis Ngannou left, they announced John Jones's return, him fighting Cyril Gane. Then they, straight after that, they went straight into the Miocic thing. So they had a plan ready for Ngannou leaving. They were set up for it, and because they've got one governing body, the UFC. They're the main focus for MMA.
Yeah.
That's where people go for their top flight MMA at the moment.
Yeah.
At the moment, and like, because they have that, they create these sort of storylines where they're creating John Jones to put him on the GOAT status.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like storytelling a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they'll build them up, and
Mm-hmm.
the more the better he performs, obviously the better it looks for their part.
Yeah, and the boxing, I think on boxing side, they need to get on board with that.
They don't do that. They don't even create enough like beef to spark interest in folk.
I don't even know if you need beef anymore. You just want to see a fighter do well.
Yeah.
Like if you know about a fighter and what they've went through and some struggles or something, even though it doesn't even need to be struggles, just how hard they work. People are more involved and feel like more involved in their career. They feel just more involved.
Yeah.
And they feel like they know them. They want them to do better, so they're more likely to buy tickets. All that good stuff.
Yeah, but also folk just like beef.
Beef always sells.
Yeah,
Proper
does.
beef, no.
Yeah, like proper like hatred.
But you can't like make that up.
No.
That just comes with spur of the moment. Somebody says something stupid.
And there's always going to be a bad guy and a good guy in any situation, isn't there?
Yeah. You know all about that.
He's a bad guy. Why do I know about that?
Good guy turned bad.
I'm not a bad man.
I'm a bad man too. But yeah, I was looking at doing more travelling this year too.
Ooh, where are you thinking of going?
Just more around Britain.
Yeah.
Not so much travelling outside of Britain as much, but there's so much of Scotland alone that I haven't seen. Like, I don't think I've been.
Islands.
Yeah, the islands up north. I haven't been much further than Inverness.
We should all go
I've been
on
Aberdeen, but in relation, you know what I mean.
NC 500 tour.
I would love to. I would love to do that this summer.
I've done
Get the
half of
GoPros
it.
out.
I'd like to do a camper van.
Yeah, I said that. Hire a camper van for a week.
Taylor was on about that one that he.
Yeah.
They want. We should go and have a look at that. Or I think.
Was it a motorhome thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
Proper
a
big.
motorhome, and you just rent out and you can take it.
Yeah, and you
It'd
can
be
get
awesome.
like 3 people insured on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can just drive it wherever you want. That'd be
Yeah, I
quality.
saw one. I was looking at doing one. You can I hired it for 2 weeks to go do a tour of like Europe, but could never get the time off to go and do it. That would have been class. Like in the 2 weeks to drive through, like England, France, Belgium, Germany, Austria, then come all the way back, Italy, then come all the way back in those 2 weeks
Yeah.
to travel through all those countries and different roads, and that would be nice.
My
But
brother
yeah.
did that. He drove through. It was either New Zealand or Australia. I can't actually remember which one. But he went for that. Like got a camper van and like drove around for like
That's pretty
a
cool.
few weeks or a couple
No,
months.
that'd be
or something
sick,
like
man.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the stuff you would see, but
But yeah, I thought doing something like that in the summer. That would be good. Not
that's
like
that's
obviously
a
going
2 week
to.
holiday I can get
No,
on board
no.
with.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Time that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good for that. 100%.
I have to check if
Couple
Mary
camper
and
vans.
Mary would be down, and then Jane. She wants them to.
Maybe stick within Scotland then.
Huh?
Maybe stick within Scotland then for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NC 500 is Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were doing the Europe one, but I'll
the
do
Europe-
both.
No,
You
yeah,
can do
well, I would
both.
do both.
Yeah, you can do
but
both.
the NC 500, I would
Yeah.
get down this
I'd be
year.
up
That's
for
on
that.
the game plan because we were talking about going camping and that anyway.
Yeah.
And we love camping. I love cooking out.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
you are a
fires.
good cook when we're out.
Yeah, well,
That-
I hope so.
Yeah,
First
no,
time chef and that.
That breakfast that you made the last time we went camping was chef's kiss.
Bog standard breakfast, but
Nice.
Oh, it was slamming.
it had all the works, but like there's a bog
You were
standard.
there.
Yeah.
You expect me to remember? I'm aware I was there, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
making
you were
breakfast.
there.
Come on, man. Jeez.
You had seconds and everything.
Yeah.
Of course I had seconds.
Man. Yeah, big one team.
Yeah.
But
Mind
no,
the
it was
one-
good. And I wanted to do like make fresh pasta and that when I was out there and do like seafood linguine and that, but all my friends are boring and none of them like seafood, so we didn't do it.
I do.
What kind of seafood you talking?
Like king prawns,
Prawns.
langoustines,
Oh,
scallops.
I just can't do prawns, mate. Because see, like sometimes when they don't take the innards out properly, like when you've got little prawns.
Big man, I'm a
And
chef.
they've actually got bits like it's all. But okay, do you know what I will do? If you make
I
that, I will
bet
try
you
to
would
eat
like
it as
it.
long as I'm
I'll let
sure
you.
there
I'll
is
let
not-
you see me prepare it.
Cause, yeah, because I don't want no fucking
Imagine some fresh
fish asshole in my
langoustines.
mouth. Like,
Nah,
I'm
nah,
not-
some fresh langoustines. You got to pull out the shit out.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah,
my
that's what I'm
language.
saying. I just
But there's a little trick, right? You pull out the bottom two, you twist the middle tail bit, and you snap it, and it just pulls right out, and the whole pipe comes out. I've been doing this thing for a little while now.
I'll give it a bash. Mate.
Trust.
I bet you would like it.
You'd
I
love
bet
it.
you I probably will like
Yeah,
it.
you
I just
would.
as long as it's big ones and you're gonna pull all the stuff out, then I'm game. I'm alright with
What
that.
about some lobster? You ever had
Yes.
lobster?
I've never tried it, but I'd
Oh,
like to.
so good.
Nice. It's good.
Love it. Crab, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crab as well. Cash, you've been tasting
And
food.
I've only ever had,
well,
like,
my
crab
uncle
sticks
was
and
a
that's not crab.
trawlerman for multiple years.
What was that?
My uncle was a trawlerman for multiple years, so
Oh,
we used
was
to
he?
get plenty of mussels and lobsters and
My granddad owned a fish farm up in Cornwall.
Yeah?
So I was
yeah,
brought up around fish all the time.
salmon, whatever else.
It was good.
Although I can't eat mussels and garlic butter anymore. It just
Why?
gives me the dry heave
You
now.
just had it so
It's
much.
it used to be like
I
every
was
other
tuna.
night.
I was tuna. Every day I was having tuna sandwiches, right? And then all of a sudden one day
You
I had a
went,
tuna
"Nope."
sandwich in my lunch. And I just tried to eat it and I was just sick and I'm never eating tuna again.
Oh,
I've never
wow.
ate tuna since I was like 6 years
Oh,
old.
no.
I used to, maybe not 6, maybe like 9. But still,
Oh god.
I remember eating it all the time. I love tuna. And now even the smell of it, I go, ugh.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the listeners.
Oh.
Anything like that for you, no? No foods like that for you? You
What, foods that I don't eat. Come
Doesn't
on.
look
true.
it.
Yeah, big man. Silly question, yeah, know your audience, isn't it?
Have you ever seen anything not eating it? Of course
Well, you
not.
were just talking about how you don't eat prawns, fair.
Yeah, but that's more because the innards, yeah. Like the thoughts of like say that, as you said, the
Nah,
shark
next
bite,
time we
I
go
don't
camping,
remember.
right?
Yeah.
Either that, some seafood, I don't mind. But if I'm not doing seafood, I've been doing steaks and sauces for the last like 8 years. That's my thing.
Yes.
I do that with the roasted vegetables
Yes.
and tinfoil under the fire.
Could you make
All
like
the
a Philly
seasonings.
cheesesteak?
What?
That's
Yeah.
what I'd like. Philly cheesesteak, mate. That's so good. It's honestly one of my I know it's so simple, but I like just a good Philly cheesesteak.
I'm quite upset you asked me that.
Well, not
Can
can
I
you make
make
it,
it
but I
to-
mean like
yeah.
I mean some people
Out
you know
there.
like
Yeah,
is
I
it
could,
something you would actively make? Is what I mean.
Would I eat one? Probably not. No.
Like I 100% believe you can make it, but I mean
Yeah.
like you know what I mean.
I don't serve it on the regular. It's not in the restaurants I work in, no.
But you could
It's
still
too
make.
Oh no,
Common.
I've served them on a lunch menu up at Phone Up before. Yeah.
I just said such a Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak.
So
Actually, you know
good,
what? I
eh?
served it in Weatherspoons
So
when I
good.
first started in the kitchen. I first started in Weatherspoons, and they had Philly cheesesteaks. So
It's when you get like a proper good steak though.
yeah,
Proper
I know.
good steak.
But I could do you. I'll do you a nice. Could do a T-bone on the fire.
Oh,
A wee T-bone or a
On the
chateau
fire.
tomahawk.
or tomahawk.
All or
yeah.
nothing.
I've had a tomahawk
Or I could do
before.
you just in little ribeyes, root veg under the fire.
Peppercorn sauce.
I'll make you some fresh sauce there and then some
Steve,
chicken
if
wings.
you're gonna barbecue me up some red meat, I'm not gonna
Right, I'll do
question
it.
which
Yeah.
kinds
If
it
we've
is.
got
like,
a camper van, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can take the
Yeah.
stuff. I'll be there.
I'll take one of each. Like, okay.
I am
Oh, boys,
all
so I'm
game for
already
this.
excited.
Let's go.
Same. Bring
Anyone
on
want
the
to come?
steaks.
We'll
Mhm.
do some. We'll take the GoPros and that, and we'll make some videos of it out
Oh
there.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah. Get we
We'll
chop
do it
board,
too.
get a nice knife and.
good. Mhm.
No,
We'll
we'll just
chef
do it
up
of the whole travel because NC 500 it's
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
sick.
meant to be stunning. Like it got voted like the best road trip 2 years in a row, didn't it?
The West Coast is beautiful. Islands are beautiful as well.
I've only been over once to the West Coast and it was for
Oh.
a funeral, so it wasn't that great.
Oh,
No,
oh
not
yeah,
that
that's a
beautiful,
bit
isn't
grim.
No, travelled there on the train, travelled back. It was great.
Nah, Glencoe, yeah, Applecross, all.
That's what I'm saying. I've
amazing.
not done any travelling. I've not even
Yeah.
been to
Me
Loch
neither.
Ness.
Me neither, really.
No, I
I have
lie.
once, but
I
when I was
lie.
younger.
I've been to Loch Ness once, but it was only to pick up a car and drive back. I didn't actually
Oh,
go to the
yeah.
lot. It was next to it, but I've never actually been. And I'm 28 now.
Oh,
That's
no,
savage. Like people come to Scotland from like Venezuela, all these other places, right? And then they come and work. I worked with them. They come and work, and on their days off, they're just travelling.
mhm.
They're just going to the top of Scotland,
Yep.
bottom of Scotland the next day, and they come in with their stories on their days off, and I'm sat there like, I just play Codgy.
Yeah, I live here and I just play
Even
games.
Aviemore. Aviemoore's really nice.
Yeah, but
Like so nice, and it's got heaps you can do there as well.
yeah, there is. It's a nice. The only time I went up Inverness way, it was winter time, and it's stunning up there. It
Mhm.
really is.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
truly is stunning up there in the
Well,
middle of winter.
actually, this is a bit of a throwback, but during lockdown,
Oh,
mind when we were going
The dark
hill walking
age.
going hill walking every other week. You've
Yes.
seen bits of Scotland then.
No, I've done. Don't get me wrong. I've done hill walking and that, right? But these are places that are only like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive
Yeah.
from where we are,
Yeah.
max. I'm talking like that's like a
Like,
radius
yeah.
of like maybe 3 hours that I've seen of
Yeah.
Scotland.
Ah, okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I've not seen like the top north of Scotland,
Like
the
Isle
west
Skye.
coast, any of that. And
We could
to
do
be
that.
honest, right? How many times have you been round Edinburgh, in Glasgow? How often are
I
you
try
in?
to avoid them if
Like
possible.
I don't go at
Oh, yeah,
all.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
I don't go.
I
You
hate cities.
know what I mean? Like, because we're from our boat, we just don't go out. Like, it's just madness to me. Since I've been away, and like working with all these other people, they just all go out and do stuff all the time. They're in the city centres. Just must be different cultures
Yeah.
across the world, but us people from our boat, we seem to sit tight.
I'm too unsociable for city life.
I want to do a little bit more travelling, guys.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go
just-
see the world.
Let's
I just
do
have
it.
stuff on all the time is my problem here. Like I
Make
only really have
time.
a Sunday off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's
It's when you book holidays.
Yeah, I could
But
definitely
then
book.
we
Like I want to book holidays to go for a trip, like especially NC
Yeah.
500. That'd be awesome.
Just take
Take
a
like
week off.
to do it. Yeah, take like a full week to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop in all the
Yeah.
places. Going.
Me and Jodie did that for a
Friday
week.
to Friday.
Yeah.
So you
I'd
get
be
the
Nah,
Yeah.
even just Monday to Friday. Like have your weekend. Do it over Monday to Friday, and then you'll have your weekend again.
you get an extra 2 days.
It's a
if you do
lot of
Friday to Friday.
driving. Like,
Because
I
you don't get your
think-
weekend off.
yeah.
Because you would go for your weekend off, so you'd have Friday,
Mhm.
Saturday, Sunday, then you'd take. Oh, it doesn't
That's
matter.
what I say. If you did Monday to Friday,
Yeah,
then you
just
get
shut
your
up, Stephen.
Saturday, Sunday,
Idiot!
full week, Saturday, Sunday.
Idiot! That's getting edited out.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
very
all
keen for that.
yeah. I'm
I
all
wonder
up
if-
for that.
If we still did that, if the painter would bring his van still.
Yeah.
100% he
yeah,
would.
he
There ain't chance he's bringing a tent or a camper van. He'll just bring
No,
that.
but if we've got a motorhome that sleeps like 6 people,
He'll
Oh, yeah,
definitely
he'll
take
still-
that thing.
yeah.
He'll definitely take
Yeah.
that.
in all fairness, it's probably a good
He'll-
idea to still take that thing.
He'll make friends with other folk that we meet along the way.
Yeah.
Just
Fair.
the normal. Hey,
Yeah,
look.
he'll pick up a hitchhiker or something like that. That's what he'll do. But
know
I've
what
just
we
brought
should
him
do?
along.
We should go just do the NG 500. Every place we stop, not every place, but when we stop over, we've got to go on a night out in the local place. That'd be hilarious, man. How
How
dead
does
it'd
that
be.
work? A night out and then try and drive the next morning.
Well, no, but
Every
no,
night
no,
of the
no.
week.
One person can have it off. So, because there'll be 3 or 4 people.
One person
Yeah.
each gets a night
Yeah,
off.
yeah, man.
So you drink, you have the next night off, then you
And
drive.
then
You
Luke
drink,
doesn't-
next night off, drive.
Yeah.
And then Luke doesn't drink anyway.
Yeah, you're
true.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
he
And a
doesn't.
lot of us are not big
Yeah, but you'll be
drinkers.
driving his van.
No.
But I would just like to go and see like a little bit of the nightlife in these places. I know
You
some of them
would-
are going to be like on a Monday, Tuesday. It's going to be absolutely,
Dead.
absolutely dead.
Like
Maybe we'll
3
go.
grandparents
Maybe we'll
sitting
go
round the bar.
Inverness. Maybe we'll go Inverness Monday, Tuesday, where it might be slightly busier than it's going to be in like
I vote.
the arse end of nowhere.
Wednesday night in fucking
Miss-
Lawrence Kirk. Quality. That sounds mint.
Yeah, I vote miss out the east side of the NC 500 and just do all the west coast.
Why
Just
don't we just
extend
do
it
it all?
Just do
further.
the like the NC 250
Plus an extra 250
But I don't
drive more.
Why don't we just? I don't understand why you would
because
miss
it's
out.
boring.
Yeah, we just do it all. Make fun. We'll have
Okay,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you
suppose,
can
yeah.
say you've done the actual NC 500.
Yeah,
true.
So you've
And
actually
also
done
once
the
you-
full route.
Yeah.
We'll make some videos coming all the way down and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, it'll be good.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got some ideas in the bank.
But Glencoe looks like a hoot on a Friday and Saturday night.
Going, what?
Glencoe.
Glencoe. Yeah.
Does it actually?
Aye, like
I thought
it's got-
you were telling
No,
me
I'm
laughing at me
like-
as if like
no,
what is she
I'm
talking
being
about?
serious.
Good one, Karis. That's so funny.
Papa Glencoe Saturday 9 PM bouncing.
Nah, it
Catch
does,
base
yeah.
hunter behind the decks, man.
Nah, go see a couple of local bands.
Yeah, call it.
Ah, that would be good.
It would be good to do the trip though. Yeah, we would do that.
No, there's so much you could do as well.
I want like a Will Smith style camper van though. Have you seen his?
It's
No.
like an
Motorhome.
RV.
Oh, like when you parks it up and stops it, like extends sideways. as
Oh
well.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the living
like
room,
an
but they're
actual-
like cost like millions.
Yeah, millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's sick. Like it's bigger. It's
Of
like bigger
course,
than
yeah.
most people's houses. But that
Mhm.
would be the absolute goal.
I seen the
That'd be-
Sidemen do a video, and they had one of those buses, and they extended out, and it was like probably the extension was probably the size of this.
Yeah,
studio.
extends that much like even further.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
mad.
it ends up huge. The bedroom in it's like queen size or whatever the big huge one is. That's like in the bedroom in the
Mhm.
middle of this fucking motorhome. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, it looks big. Like they look like nice. That would be some trip doing it in them.
That's what I would do if I won the lottery. I'd have one of them, and I would just have it for doing like.
And then you've just become a gypsy who's won the lottery.
Yeah, too right, man.
Traveller, actually.
The best traveller you've ever known.
It'd only be for travelling around here. For driving around Scotland, I'd take my jet everywhere else.
Jet is coming for your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, did you see he's got cancer?
Who?
Andrew Tate.
Does he really?
Is that not what I saw?
Probably.
I've heard that.
Am I
I just
reporting
try to
fake news?
avoid anything to do with him.
Sounds a little bit convenient.
Yeah, no.
Sounds
That old
convenient.
chestnut.
Let me just have a quick look.
Did he say it, or have they just said, "Oh, he's dying and he's got cancer"?
Oh yeah, we'll just have to release him early.
Yeah. No. Or
Andrew-
no, we'll just.
Andrew
Oh no,
Tate.
Andrew Tate's died. Sorry, it turns out he had cancer. Like he's dead now.
Yeah.
Someone's actually stabbed him. But
Andrew
then we'll
Tate's
just go with the
team
cancer
claims he
shit.
has a dark spot, most likely a tumour in his lungs.
Oh yeah.
Convenient, that one.
I wonder if it's actually his team or if it's.
Yeah, it's possible from smoking cigars.
Yes, cigars, alcohol, and a stressful life of hosing
Women.
Yeah, sex
Women trafficking.
Fair.
Yeah.
That would put some
Aye,
years on you.
that's-
That's
yeah.
why he's bald.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh no, he says he denies lung cancer claims. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. I don't
Yeah,
care.
don't
To
do
be
it.
honest,
It's impossible to know
Anything like
which of it's fucking true and which of it's
Yeah.
not true. So
He's a bit of a melt, anyway, man.
yeah,
But
it's a bit of a melt.
Yeah, but like some of the stuff he says is alright, but like he
Do you know
just
what?
says it the wrong way, and like
Yeah.
it's so directed at the wrong like demographic. It's unbelievable. Like the shit he says and the way he twists it makes a lot of the stuff he says sound good to a certain demographic, and then if you just said it differently, or maybe even a softer tone, or just said
Yeah.
it completely differently, and just addressed it from maybe like a female's perspective rather than a male telling other males how he should do
Yeah.
it. If he was like informing females of why men feel the way they feel and why men act the way they do, instead he's just explaining to men why men feel the way they do, and women are taken aback by it, like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
When the
men
men
are
are
going,
like,
"Yeah,
he
that's
actually
right."
does know what he's talking about. So if he was actually just telling women, here, listen, if it was like, I don't know, man, who's that guy, Jess Star, somebody Star,
Jeffree Star.
Jeffree
Yeah.
Star. See if it was him. I don't want to hammer her. He said no. He says him. See if he was to say that, but he was to address it to women, telling women like, well, that's why a guy's doing that. It's because it's coming from a bald-headed, macho-looking guy who's shouting at it to kids that it's okay for you to do these things, and then women are going, "Shut up, you idiot," and they just turn their back to it. But if he was to tell the women themselves, like, just message it a little bit differently. Guy's doing that because he feels like you doing that has hurt his ego. Whatever, you know what I mean? Men are fragile. That's basically what he's fucking saying, and he just needs to word it differently to women, and it would be a better message,
Yeah.
in my
I think,
opinion.
I think a large proportion of it, the general message is
Some people
like, so I'm not saying the whole message of what he's saying is good, because that's not the case, but like a large percentage of the stuff he says is a good message. He just puts it across appallingly. Like the way he words it is just awful, and he words it in a way that makes it sound like he just makes it sound so bad, some of the shit that he talks. But
and
in general, a lot of the message that he's trying to get across, it's like logical. It's just,
of course,
he just,
a lot
he
of the
just
stuff is
says
logical.
some dumb shit, and it makes him look like an idiot.
And the guys that don't latch onto it, but the guys that listen to it and go, he's fucking right, man. Fair play to him. These are the kind of guys that, like, I don't know, just maybe feel like they're hurting a little bit in their own life, and they're feeling like, yeah, he's right, I should be doing that kind of thing. It's just, it is a good message for guys who maybe feel depressed or down or whatever. Sometimes it can be a good message. Just when he says some wild stuff at the same time, which is just some stuff's just outrageous.
I think a lot of what he does is
Of his
just
early
tries
stuff,
to.
some of his early stuff was outrageous, right? And he's
Yeah.
apologized for all this, and he's tried to hide it all up. So I'm talking about, like, a lot of his early stuff was really outrageous. Now a lot of the stuff he talks about is men boosting up men, because that's what he's tried to turn his PR into now.
I think a lot of some of what he does is just tries to make people accountable, and people nowadays don't like being accountable for stuff. Like they like the idea that you can do what you want and there's no repercussions to it. And a lot of what he does for both ends is makes men and women very accountable for their own actions, and people just don't like feeling like that. So like, fuck you, you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
But the problem with social media again, like it depends. Like everyone seems to like from what I've seen from people's what they've said, like asking other people about it, like everyone seems to see such a wildly different version of it all.
Yeah, it
like some
depends on
people
which
only
version
see
you're
one very niche part
fed.
of the whole scenario, and some people only see. So it's like people that are only seeing good bits, and people that are only seeing him being a cunt are like, "Wow, you're a fucking man," and then it crosses this like massive divide when it's just like, like I say, a lot of the issues come from social media as well, making it blowing this up into and making it so prevalent.
Like,
but yeah, like some of the
smart...
kids are walking around being like, I'm top G, and it's just just ridiculous. Like mad. Like little young boys shouldn't be listening to stuff like that. Like young boys like shouldn't be feeling like
shouldn't be
that's how
idolizing
to
that.
behave. Yeah, like some of it okay, yeah, and some of it like the accountability stuff and things, but like a lot of it like it's not things that little kids should be like idolizing. Yeah, like little boys should be trying to behave like.
And it's weird for somebody who's into MMA and martial arts to really act like that, is it not? So for somebody like, for his ego to have reached such a certain level, you would have thought he would have been humbled in some way. No? From being a kickboxer. He was a world champion kickboxer 3 times.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of no, not humble's the word I would use. Like he's humble in a lot of senses in some ways when it comes to like on a business level and like that sort of side of things. He's just not humble in a sense of like I say, thinking he's like the top boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which
Which is what I mean.
Like untouchable sort of thing. That's the bit that you like you say. That's the bit where he needs to be humbled on.
That's why I thought the MMA kind of that whole team vibe.
But I think it's just a persona.
Down,
I think that's what it is. I don't think that's him. I don't think that's how he behaves. Like that would be exhausting behaving like that all the time, mate. Like I think he's kind of like that. I think he does behave like that, but I think he just amplifies it a bit more when there's a camera about and stuff. Just makes it a little bit more excessive to make it that way exciting. But you can't surely behave like that all the time. Like that would be exhausting.
Yeah. Like
being that guy 24/7. But I suppose like you get these like fucking hyper intelligent people that are like their brain doesn't stop and it runs at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and that's just how they are, and they do function like that. But so if that is the case, then fair enough.
Well, some people say it's a really smart business strategy the way he's approached it, right? But if it's created such a negative image, I just don't see how in the long run it's a smart business strategy. It may be a smart business strategy for the short term to make a name, but your name's going to fade out if you've got a bad mark next to you like that. You know what I mean? Like he's got such a bad mark all over the world, and he's not like he's a big, powerful politician like Donald Trump, where the black mark doesn't really matter. He's so powerful he can do what he wants. Andrew Tate isn't like that. So
you gotta wonder what he's doing it for.
Yeah.
Like, is it because if it's
like
for
there's
legacy?
There's no longevity.
Yeah.
In having that such a black smudge against your name. He's been shunned off all social medias and then let back on. He's been in the news more times than anyone recently.
Yeah, it's a question of, did he do it for clout and it's gone too far? Is he doing it for like a genuine some form of legacy that he believes he's doing the right thing and he thinks he's going to become this known thing and stuff, or do you think that's just you got to wonder like how it's gotten to the point, and then did it get to here and he went, yeah, this is all what I wanted, or did it get here and he went, like I'm this thing now, I'm going to have to keep this up, like I have to keep this up, and then he's kept it up and now it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, now I'm in danger and I've kept this up and now I'm in a bit of a bad spot sort of thing, or is he that guy, like is that just his life and that's how he. But then, fuck knows.
How else do you make yourself relevant when you're trying to put stuff across? Like, I know obviously what he's like. I don't keep up with what he says and that because I can't be bothered listening to it. But if you think back to like say Katie Hopkins, remember her, and everyone hated her, but it's because she was saying the wrong things to attract attention, and then going, "Here's the real issue." Like, she was always portrayed as the arsehole of like.
She was.
Yeah, she is, but. Some of the other stuff that she says, like same as Andrew Tate, like is a bit, like.
Yeah, it could be. Like you say, it's like a way strategy.
To attract,
it's a business
like
strategy.
Attention,
over exaggerating how much of a dickhead you are.
Like I've seen
sake of getting people's attention, which is probably exactly what they both are doing.
Yeah.
The difference is, Katie Hopkins is an actual dickhead as well. Like
at some level, at some base level, you have to have like some morals, and like the normal person wouldn't go out there and say such outlandish things like these two have, like the two you said have said, Like the normal person just wouldn't go out there and do that just for clout.
Okay, yeah,
There
so-
has to be some base level of I'm
I
an
just think
asshole
for
that I
me-
only care about myself and put myself forward first.
I think
Yeah.
for me, I've heard worse things from her mouth. That's probably just why I think she's worse. But that's in my, for personally from things I've heard. Like
Fair.
the things that she said for me have been worse than stuff
Yeah, fair.
that he said. But yeah, and I'm not saying that like they're both.
I'm not
dickheads.
comparing either, but
Yeah, they're not. But
yeah.
they're both dickheads, like
Yeah.
big time. But
That's the only thing I could think of, that if he's now backtracking on everything that he's said now and is trying to cover it up, then I am guessing that's why he's just wanted attention.
is he going shit?
From-
Oh my god, I'm in too deep now. Like
Yeah.
fuck on,
Like,
my life's falling
even
apart.
remember, he's now a Muslim.
Yeah,
I
I
like-
did see that he
Muslim
took the Quran into his fucking ear. and he was
Like
shouting
he's
at
in deep. Like he's making
Yeah.
some big moves like that. He was out the limelight for about 2 weeks. Boom, I'm a Muslim. I'm back in the limelight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But that runs thin. There's only so many moves you can pull.
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and he's not got many bows in the string left,
No,
Yeah.
to be honest. But he's
it's just a
It's-
way to
don't get
stay
me wrong,
relevant.
interesting
at the same time.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just two options. I think, especially from after this conversation, I'd say that the options is either somebody that just got a little bit in too deep and had to carry it on, or he is everything he's made himself out to be, and this
Yeah.
is exactly what he's been planning the whole time, as he says, which I can't see being the case.
Would you like? I don't know about these court cases and that. I just don't know if I believe any of them are true. I just
Nah,
don't
they're-
believe them.
But then they have to arrest you for a reason.
Yeah, but
Like,
maybe it's
can't
for
just
maybe
be-
it's for money. I can 100% believe it would be for money, but
I
I,
heard
just don't
that the
believe
word-
these sex trafficking things. I believe he was doing work with girls on cameras and stuff,
Mhm.
but I believe these girls were paid. I don't think there's any girls that have came out and said they've not been paid.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
But
don't.
then if you're getting threatened or whatever, you're not going to go, oh yeah, like he like trafficked me or whatever. You're not going to actively say that, are you?
Well, unless
oh,
you're
no,
getting,
he pays
unless
me
you're
a
getting-
wage every
unless you're
week.
getting police protection, unless they're getting
Yeah.
such a heavy wage, there's
Mhm.
no reason to say it. So
Yeah.
they're still getting paid for their work, and I don't think they do that. They probably do. I don't know. I'm not that in deep.
Like,
I don't know if they do that.
Literally
Anymore.
our topic, what was it yesterday on the pod? Yeah, it was about like kids going missing and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know if he's ever been involved in that.
Yeah, I can't see that.
I don't believe those. Like, I'm not an Andrew Tate defender.
I know
or
his
believer,
morals
but
are bad, but I don't think
I
they're
don't
that
think he's
kind of
into
bad.
that sex
Yeah, I
trafficking
don't
thing.
think they're that
I think
kind
he
of
took
bad.
advantage of a situation. And he took advantage of men. And I think that's what he's still doing. He's
Mm.
taking advantage of men because sex sells. So he sold sex to men. He paid the women properly. Took advantage of millions and millions of men online, and he's still doing it now by portraying an image to them and making them feel powerful. But he's paying for. He's like, I'll tell you how to be top G. Just pay me £50 a month. So he's still taking advantage of men.
Yeah.
The people he's doing it against is men. So and the stupid thing is, it's men that are standing up and going, he's right. He's my G. Top G.
That's a very fair
Yeah.
point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's men that are realistically on the bad end of it.
that's what I'm saying. All his messages
That's fine.
are actually not all his messages. Jesus, some of his messages are actually really good. Just nowhere near what. Don't put him near it, and don't let him say it. Direct it to a female, and tell them, like, why your husband's doing that or acting it. Because women and men, they don't understand. They talk to each
No.
other like that. Well, maybe some
Yeah,
do,
men
but a
and
lot
women
of
are
them
very,
don't.
very different, and I think in the majority of cases they don't understand how to. Yeah, like you say, they don't understand how to like
And sometimes
talk
for a
to each
man,
other and
even
really work things out
even-
together.
I understand, because sometimes for a man hearing another man say it, you're going like, you feel empowered, being like, I'm not an idiot for doing that. That's
Yeah.
what most men do. But if she's telling her that, she'll feel more sympathy for it, and you'll both know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the message was going out to women as well, just portrayed differently,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like I
it would
said,
do a
like-
lot of good,
yeah.
to be
Well,
honest.
Obviously, I don't keep up to date with what he says and that, but like, could you give an example of like what he said that if it was portrayed by someone else or said by someone else would make
Not
it
at,
okay?
not at this time. No, I can't.
No?
Yeah. Specific quotes right now would
I
be
couldn't- I
hard.
couldn't
No,
pull
like
up
that, just
specific
like
quotes.
just like something he said or
No,
like
honestly, Chris, I couldn't. I don't think I could. But I've listened to I've went on YouTube rabbit holes, but my memory's not
Okay.
like that. I could
No,
sit down
yeah.
and then I'll rewatch the video and
Yeah.
go, oh, I've seen this. This is what he
Yeah.
says. My memory's
just
not
for
quite
like
like that.
a example.
For a preference.
Yeah,
Let me have a Google for you,
because yeah, like
because
that.
I don't even know if Google's just going to pull up the right quotes. You know what I mean? I don't really want to be typing in Andrew Tate.
But like, just like yeah, for someone that doesn't know what he says, I'd like some information. Obviously, I don't follow anything that goes on with him because, in my opinion, sounded like a twat at the beginning. So I have no interest in what he says. But
But that was obviously the feed you were
yeah,
the feed you were fed.
you were fed. The
Yeah.
version of him,
Yeah,
you were,
yeah,
the version
that-
of him you were offered.
Yeah.
What's
is
the
what
word
you
I'm looking
got,
for?
yeah.
The algorithm you were fed.
Yeah,
That's the algorithm
for
you were
you.
fed. You know what I mean? And it's probably because you were a female. You were getting fed
Mhm.
the bad algorithm.
It's just
the
it's very
misogynistic pig version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very easy to portray people out of character.
You can
on social
portray.
media,
Yeah, very
Yeah, that's
much
what
so,
I
isn't
mean.
it?
But like, I'd like to see this business pro, I don't know, men, women attitude that he has that all guys love about him.
He tells men.
I would say all guys love it.
No,
No, I don't think all guys love it.
no.
No.
I just want an example of like some uplifting
some of
message that he
All I'm
has.
finding here is the obnoxious ones and the ridiculous ones.
That's what I mean.
Because
and, like,
there are a lot of them.
yeah,
There are a lot of them. But when I've seen some of them on podcasts and talking about his response to women questioning the way he does things, it's very good. Like, he says a lot of the stuff is about him being a protector or provider, and how men feel they have an obligation to provide to women. And we do.
Mm-hmm.
Deep down, we all do. Men want to be the provider. We want to make our women feel safe. I know that in my past relationships, towards the end, I was trying to make sure that she was comfortable, safe, always happy. You know what I mean? That's the male bravado that makes you do that. But a lot of the stuff, you have to like... I forgot what I was going to say again. But a lot of the stuff he says is about attitude and mindset to why... I can't even remember now.
yeah.
I've thrown myself off again.
Just something, yeah, like you were on about how he says something, and obviously, yeah, it's been like if he said it to women, it would make sense for folks' relationships.
All it
but
is explain. All he does in some of these videos is slight clips of him explaining why, like, a man will come in pissed off after his day of work, take it out on you, and I'm not smart enough, Karis. I'm not that clever to even remember what he says. But
yeah,
a lot, like, there's been a few times where I've watched them and like, that's a good message, but why are you telling like the guy? The guy knows why he's acting like that. The guy knows what he's done
Yeah.
at work. If you tell the other side of the story to the missus and explain why he feels like that, and explain that all she needs to do instead of feeling like, so all she needs to do instead of feeling like it's my fault, why is he pissed off at me, why is he taking it out on me, he's not meaning to take it out on you. There's times when men are just pissed off in general, and it's not like we can just shake things off. We don't do that. Men hold on to stuff sometimes, and like, to be pissed off and walk around, we don't take it out on women on purpose. And if he explains that, like, if a simple act can change up his mood completely, just knowing you're there to just to be there with him, be like, tell me what happened, even sit down, instead of taking it as, because when somebody comes home in a mood, you go straight away in the defensive, going, what are you in a mood about? Because I've seen it happen before, and it just sparks off negativity in the house, and that if you change the way you act as soon as they come into the door, and instead of like, I don't even know, Cass, I'm not in a committed relationship, this is why I'm single.
There is one that he says, and he talks about how...
Well, this could have happened, this could have helped 10 minutes ago.
No, it's just, well, I was just trying to think of one. It's just, there's one where he talks about men, obviously, when, like, so as a male, like, and it's not just for men, like, it's women as well, when you're, like, just anybody that's, like, working. When you're out working all day, you've got, like, a really super hard, stressful day at work, you know, you may be getting grilled by your manager, everything's getting annoying, there's things are stressing you out, your work's hard. And he's saying that, like, men don't want necessarily, like, a girlfriend that's going to be, like, constantly going on about this and that and the next thing, or giving them grief or acting like this. Like, they want to come home to someone that's going to be their calm. Like, so they come in from a stressful day that's been absolute wild, and they want to come home to a female that's like that a girl that's just going to be their thing to let them go, like, the day's over, I'm here, I'm with you. And then he's like, so when he tries to explain, obviously, when you've come home and everything's stressful and your wife's man screaming and shouting, he's like, he doesn't want to come home to what he's been dealing with at work all day. You know what I mean? Like, if he's been at work all day extremely, people are stressing and screaming, he doesn't then want to come home to you that. He wants to come home and to just calm, to just chill with you, and for you to be there for him to relax and make him feel comfortable and at home. But the way he puts it across, He just doesn't word it very well. Like, that's basically what he says on the one. He basically words it like that on the one that I'm thinking. He's just a little bit more, like, better
But
worded than I am with it. So it's like, when he says things like that, like, that's entirely true. It's just...
Fair enough, like...
He doesn't take into consideration the Women's Day in
Yeah.
that prospect, and the fact that she's had a bad day.
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
But
blah,
that's
blah.
because he's old school in the sense that he is...
Providing.
Which, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's
He's
if
the
it's
breadwinner.
preference. Yeah, it's preference. If that's not what you're into, that's not what you're into. But some women do like that, some women don't. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever you like, you like. But for him, he wants to be in an old school style relationship, obviously, where it's like he's the breadwinner and then she's looking after the kids, doing that stuff. And like I say, that's one thing that women don't like, because they don't like seeing themselves as that. But that's fine. If you want to be that kind, you don't have to be. But some women do want to be that. So it's like, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants. If you don't like that, then that you just don't have to have anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean?
problem is, years ago, if you didn't like that, you would never have had to see it.
Yes,
you would never have had any interaction with him at all. So there's probably been thousands upon Andrew Tates in the past.
Yeah.
You just never saw it.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't as wide as reach as there is now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of it is. It's people nowadays are too bad for seeing something and rather seeing it and being like, I don't agree with that, and just going, so I'll just not look at it again. They disagree with it and they go, fuck it, everyone needs to know that I disagree with this actually, and then they comment on it and go, do you know what, fuck this, he's a pure scumbag. And it's like, do you know what, you don't like it, so just don't look at it. You know what I mean?
Well,
you don't
that's
need
like,
anything to do with it. Yeah, exactly. Like,
to anything
you think
that
he's
he
a
says.
dickhead, fair enough. And the stuff
Yeah.
you've seen, I can fully appreciate why
Yeah.
you'd think he was a dickhead, so don't look at him. That's the intelligent thing to do. But people can't handle it. They look at him and they go, I disagree, so fuck it, that just means he's a fucking absolute mad bastard weirdo doing like this, that, and the next thing. And it's like, just fucking ignore it, eh? Like,
Yeah,
it's
let
not
it
that
go.
big.
I
Like,
think-
some people are into that, and if they are, then watch it and enjoy it. If you're not, then fucking don't, eh? Like,
Yeah. I think now, like, in this day and age, especially with, like, cost of living and all that sort of thing, like, most relationships, both partners work.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have, like, say you were at home all day and you had a kid or whatever, and your missus came home after a shitey day at work, and you were in a mood because the child had shat on the floor or something. I don't know. You were in a bad mood, and she'd come home and had a great day at work, came home to your bad mood. Same thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's always going to be a breakdown of communication somewhere. I don't know what this whole, like, old school man needs to work and woman needs to stay at home and look after the kid. Like, it's not like that in this day and age now.
Nah,
like,
no one's saying it needs to be like
no,
that.
I
I just
know.
mean as a preference. Like, that's what some people want.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he's
In a
putting
position
himself forward to give his opinion and give sort of like aid and a sort of like
well, he's put himself in a position where he can do that.
to people that are interested in that. And if people aren't, then that's 100% okay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
think
if that's
you
not
should-
what you want, then you don't want that, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But he's advertising himself towards the people that want this and trying to aid themselves and living a life where they can do that.
He's also
in a good
promoting
way.
that to people who really can't obtain what he's wanting, like, because what he's saying, he sometimes he just says outlandish things, like he'll just say, if you're working, you both get jobs, just get a nanny, just put your kid off to a nanny. But nannies are expensive.
Yeah.
Daycares are like childcare's
Yeah.
expensive. It's a lot of money. It's like £500 something a week. That's like some people's rent.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? So it's a lot of
Yeah.
money just to
Yeah.
spend on the kid. That's only 5 days or something.
It's
I think-
because he's overly old school as well. Like, he said that he's
But
He's of the
he's in a
opinion that,
position.
like,
He's
his-
got that much money, and
Yeah,
he's in
it
a position
doesn't-
where he can do that. He can provide for other people and be fine. And it's because he's got these. I don't know how he's made his money. He might have made it
Yeah.
sex trafficking. I'm not saying I believe that. He might have, but I don't know. So he
How
set
does-
himself up in a position to be all right, where he can
Yeah.
provide for people. Apparently,
Tell me any businessman that's actually made a legitimate business through, like, good
Steve-
actions.
Stephen Hamilton and the
Yeah,
StankCast.
yeah.
Hankcast.
hack stamp.
Here, there's a hot tub outside there. I don't know what you get up to after hours.
That's got nothing to do with me. Yeah. Neil and Ellie do what they
Hot
want,
tub
and you will
stream
leave
coming
them
soon.
alone.
Coming next Friday.
Hot tub streams only.
Oh well. Well, Andrew
Yeah.
Tate's an interesting
Yeah.
character, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, I like that.
And I didn't expect to talk about him.
No.
be
It's an
honest.
interesting one to talk to people about. Like I say, I'm very like fucking middle line without it.
Yeah.
About it, you know what I mean? Like it entertains me to watch it because it's in the court stuff's intriguing to see.
I just
kind of
want to
falling
see
apart, but
if it's true.
it's
If
funny
he
seeing
did.
people's opinions on it. I like hearing about it.
I'm just interested to see how he made his money, and if it is through sex trafficking, then
Yeah.
be all like do what the courts will with
Mm.
him. You know what I mean? But if he's innocent of these, like, and the thing is, you just never know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's one of those things you've got to almost
just pay
try and
people
not
to just get him
care about it,
free.
because he could either pay people to lie about him, or if they really do hate him in the way that they could just make it look like he's done things that he hasn't as well. It could literally go either way.
Yeah,
and that's probably like,
you just don't know.
I'm
the problem
reading it, but
with
I'm
more
reading it,
social
but
media.
taking zero stake in any of it. Like reading it all,
Yeah,
but being
that's
like
the
it
best
could
way
all
to do it.
just be nonsense. Like there's no, and you're never gonna know, and that's the only downside to it. You're never gonna know what he is or what's actually going on or what's true, and that's
No.
That's the best
But
way
it's
to
just
do it.
it's entertaining to see that that's the day and age we're in now, where it's not
It's
not
not gonna
about
affect you
truth.
anyway.
It's about what can just be proven. It's
Yeah.
what you can make it look most like. You know what I mean? It's not what's actually happened. It's what you can make it look most like what's happened.
It's what you can get through in a court of law.
Yeah,
that's all.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
how you can manipulate the law to make
Mhm.
yourself
and it can be
innocent.
done by anyone on either side.
Yeah.
It's just mad that that's the
state
society
of
we're in
affairs.
just now. Yeah, it's
The
fucking
state of
crazy.
affairs,
It's
man.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, we might wrap that up there. Again.
Yeah,
It's been a lovely
Yeah.
episode, guys. It was a good chat.
Yeah, it was fun.
Enjoyed.
marvelous.
Once again, events of the weekend. What happened over the weekend? What happened on Saturday? We had the
See.
Misfits card. We had the Misfits card first of all on Saturday. That was a good watch. Jay Swinger got the dub
Yeah,
in a messy fight. To be fair, the young kid came
Mhm.
out, did well. Then they had the UFC. Big John Jones return. Well, Shevchenko lost
Yeah, that was good.
after dominating for a
Screwed
little
me.
bit.
Screwed.
Dominating the first second and then screwed Kate out of all his bets by getting
Oh,
subbed.
absolutely.
Mhm.
John Bond Jones wins in 2 minutes and 2 seconds to screw Kiwi out his 2 minute bet. And then Manchester United got beat 7-0 today by Liverpool. Terrible weekend all round. Thanks you guys for coming to the StankCast.
Cheers again.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, and we'll probably catch you guys next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cheers guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
See
Peace
you
out.
after.